Can you name a country that's more chaotic than India, more crowded than the metro stations of Tokyo, and more disorganized than any marketplace where trading happens without intermediaries? If Bangladesh came to your mind, you guessed right. From tribes that drink cow urine to young children working in poisonous factories and families selling their underage daughters just to survive, Bangladesh exposes a reality the world refuses to see. It's a hygiene crisis beyond human imagination.
A childhood stolen by necessity. Imagine you are only 5 years old. Instead of playing with toys or going to school, you work under the blazing sun for up to 15 hours a day. This is the daily reality for approximately 4.7 million Bangladeshi children aged between 5 and 19. They work in textile factories filled with hazardous chemicals, in the scorching heat of agricultural fields, or as unprotected domestic servants. None of this shields them from abuse and exploitation. In many cases, they work even longer hours than adults, over 15 hours a day, yet receive less than half the pay adults earn for the same labor. This is not merely about making a difficult choice in poverty. It is about a system that systematically exploits the most vulnerable members of society. These children should be in school, learning the knowledge and skills that could help them break the cycle of poverty. Instead, they are condemned to work that harms their health, steals their childhood, and traps them in lifelong poverty.
Bangladesh is located in South Asia and consists mainly of flat plains within the basin of the Ganges River. Covering an area of about 147,000 square kilometers, Bangladesh is home to more than 173 million people, making it one of the most densely populated places in the world. For tourists, the street food scene can be quite an overwhelming experience. On every corner, makeshift stalls sell the same dishes, dahi, ucha, and chapati, to millions of people. However, the dishes are washed in buckets of dirty water, which sometimes comes directly from open drains. The food is left uncovered under the sun, surrounded by flies. The ingredients are often prepared just a few steps away from open sewers. But that's not all. In rural areas, families are forced to eat insects such as locusts and beetles. This is not a matter of choice, but a necessity for survival.
A morning where one husband is not enough. In the remote regions of Bangladesh, the Mandi tribe, also known as the Garo people, preserves a tradition that astonishes much of the world. They share their husbands. In Mandi culture, a woman may share her husband with her sister or friend. This custom especially allows women who might not have the chance to marry to still have a family and children. This tradition is rooted in their matrilineal society, inherited from their ancestors, where inheritance and leadership are passed down through women. Therefore, women play an extremely important role in continuing family and lineage. Moreover, the practice has a practical purpose. In some areas, there are fewer men due to dangerous working conditions, migration abroad for employment, or other reasons. By sharing husbands, the community ensures that no woman is left without support or the opportunity to have children, something essential for the tribe's survival. Beneath the cities of Bangladesh, thousands of workers perform one of the most unimaginable, dangerous, and repulsive jobs. They clean sewers by hand. These people are known as ghost scavengers. Without any protective equipment, they work in darkness among human waste, toxic gases, and deadly diseases. Their only tools are a bucket, a shovel, and their bare hands. The worst part is that this practice still continues because Bangladesh lacks both the infrastructure and the political will to modernize its sanitation systems. While other countries rely on machines and safety standards, these workers risk their lives every day to keep their cities functioning.
Sacred cows in a chaotic world. Imagine the chaotic, noisy streets of Dhaka. Buses are honking, rickshaws are weaving through traffic, and millions of people are trying to reach their destinations.
Yet, right in the middle of the road, cows roam freely or lie down. The traffic stops, buses wait, but no one drives the cows away, because in Bangladesh, these animals are considered sacred. This sense of sanctity is so deeply ingrained that it outweighs the practical needs of urban life. The result is a surreal scene, unlike anything found anywhere else in the world. More than half of Bangladesh's population is Muslim, and eating beef is religiously permitted. However, Hindus also play an important role in the country. Hindus consider cows sacred, and this belief has become part of the shared cultural fabric. Most astonishingly, some Hindu groups believe that cow urine is a divine, purifying substance. For them, cow urine and dung are thought to cure diseases, cleanse sins, and bring blessings. During certain festivals, devout people bathe in fresh cow urine, believing it will rid them of illness and bring divine prosperity. In some villages, entire communities, men, women, and children, cover their bodies with a mixture of cow urine and mud. They see this as an expression of deep faith and cultural unity. However, to outsiders, this practice can seem extremely strange or even repulsive, and it doesn't fit their worldview.
An illogical transport system. For years, the worn-out buses and trucks have been kept running not with hope, but with constant maintenance. They are packed far beyond the number of people they can safely hold. It's not just about a few passengers standing in the aisle. People cling to the sides of moving vehicles, sit on the roofs, and hold tightly onto any place they can just to reach their destinations. In the city of Dhaka, traveling a mere 3 kilometers during rush hour can take more than 2 hours. And of course, there are rickshaws, small, covered vehicles powered by bicycles. The men who drive them are thin and exhausted, yet they spend their days pedaling under the blazing sun, carrying passengers over long distances. The money they earn is barely enough for their own survival. But the most astonishing of all is the railway system. During peak hours, the trains become so overcrowded that passengers not only fill the inside but also cling to the outside, sitting on roofs, hanging from windows, and gripping any surface they can hold on to tightly.
If you take a deep breath, it might be harmless. But in Bangladesh, this simple act can be dangerous to your life. The country consistently ranks first among the worst in the world for air quality. Its capital, Dhaka, leads the list of the most polluted cities on Earth. Smoke from millions of poorly maintained cars and buses, chemicals released from unregulated factories, constant burning of waste and biomass, and dust from endless construction have turned the air into a toxic mix rather than oxygen. During the winter, when rainfall is scarce, the smog in Dhaka becomes so thick that even nearby buildings are hard to see. Because of air pollution, more than 150,000 people die prematurely in Bangladesh every year. Respiratory diseases such as asthma, bronchitis, and lung infections have reached epidemic levels. If you ever complain about traffic on your way to work, you might feel differently after seeing the daily chaos in Bangladesh, where 173 million people are constantly on the move. The hidden price of your branded clothing. Every time you wear a shirt from Zara, Gucci, Louis Vuitton, or Prada, remember, it might have been sewn by a Bangladeshi worker earning less than $3 a day. This country is one of the world's largest garment exporters, and global brands flock here for cheap labor. But who really benefits from this affordability?